Welcome to Composition Studio with Dr. K. In this video, we will review how to format a document in APA without using a template. Templates can occasionally cause format to skew when uploading to learning management systems such as Canvas. If you've experienced format becoming skewed, try to format your own document using these steps instead of using a template. First, we're going to ensure our page is set up in portrait with an 8.5 by 11 size using 1-inch margins. Next, we're going to ensure that our ruler is viewable. We're going to make sure our font is Times New Roman 12 point. For APA, the header includes only the page number in the upper right-hand corner, typically on each page. Unlike MLA, we will not be placing our last name in the header. Do ensure that the font of the page number is Times New Roman 12 point. APA typically includes a title page. However, check with your instructor first. We're going to ensure our spacing is double with 0 before and after spacing. You can check that as you see there, or you can also go to Format, Line and Paragraph Spacing, double, and then check your custom spacing from there. Next, we're going to set up a title page. Make sure to check with your instructor to see if a title page is required. For APA, the title of the paper will be bolded font, centered. At times, an APA title will be 2 lines. The title you see here is for instructional purposes only. Although APA for an academic journal article doesn't capitalize the first letter of each keyword, in your paper title, you will. You will place your name first and last, most likely the department of the course you are taking. Then your college or university name, followed by your professor, and then the date of the assignment. Check with your instructor to see if there's any specifics of the content needed on your title page. Once you have the content needed on your title page, instead of hitting return, go to page break, which will automatically set your cursor on the top of the next page. In APA, an abstract is typically used. Check with your instructor to see if an abstract is required. Abstract will be centered in bolded font at the top. The first line of an abstract is not indented. Typically, an abstract will include a summary of your paper's content. Again, check with your instructor to see if an abstract is required and what content you may need to include in your abstract. For a short paper, an abstract most likely will not be more than 250 words. Once you are finished writing your abstract, again, rather than hitting enter or return to start on another page, you should go to Insert and then Page Break. The third page of your paper will start with your paper title itself, bolded, centered. Then you will start writing the content of your paper. Unlike the abstract, the first line of the first paragraph of your paper and all the following paragraphs will have a paragraph indent. Check with your instructor to understand what content is required in the paper itself. Most likely for an APA paper, you're going to have separate sections. Those sections will be separated by headings. Those headings most likely will not start on their own page, as you saw with the abstract. For example, in an APA paper, you may have sections titled Methods or Results, or section headings that reflect the different content that you are including in your paper. Those section headings will be centered with bolded font. Once you have finished the content of your paper, go to Insert, Page Break to start on a new page. Your last page will be the references. Center the word references at the top of your page in bolded font. Next, you will place any cited sources in your paper. Typically, you'll probably copy and paste a database citation. If not, you can type in your citation in APA. APA will include author last names and initials, not first names spelled out. The publication date will come next, the title of the article, not in quotation marks, and typically not capitalizing the first letter of each keyword. The title of the journal in italicized font, now capitalizing the first letter of each keyword. Next will come the journal number, italicized font, the issue number in parentheses, the page number of which the article appears, and the URL of access, or DOI. You'll notice here we don't yet have our hanging indent needed for references entries. Because I did not set up the hanging indent before placing the source, I will have to do this afterward. If you have your ruler visible, you can use the ruler to change the indentations. The rectangle will stay at the 1-inch margin, whereas the inverted triangle below will be placed at the 0.5 mark. You can also create a hanging indent by going to Format, Align and Indentation, Indentation Options, going to Hanging and selecting 0.5. Because we created this with the ruler, the indentation is already there.